Hello and welcome to WJTS-Inform. In this edition, we're going to find out about biorecovery. What is it and why should you know about it? I'm Bill Potter, your host, and joining me in the studio is Dave Drew, who works for a company known as ArchAngels, and it's biorecovery. Dave, first of all, can you tell, what's biorecovery?
Biorecovery is basically if there's a tragic accident or a crime scene, it's a crime scene cleanup is what we really do.
Okay, it's probably not anything anybody ever thinks of what happens afterwards. I know we watch these shows, the CSIs and NCIS, and you see them go to a crime scene and there's a mess everywhere, and you don't think about somebody's got to come in and clean that up the right way, because I guess why should we be concerned about it getting cleaned up a special way?
Well, because there are actually with bloodborne pathogens and different airborne pathogens, and then there's liability reasons why that if families try to go in and clean this up without the proper personal protection equipment, with whether it be respirators, full face respirators, PPE equipment, booties, gloves, and masks and face shields and stuff like that, if they would take that on themselves, they're bloodborne pathogens, some of them can cause illness, death, and sickness. And so it's proper to have it cleaned up the right way instead of doing it yourself and causing more trauma for the family that is already experiencing a difficult situation.
Okay, and we do want, this is a company that does this that you work for. This is a company like other companies that exist to do that.
Yes.
But this is different from fire departments who will have hazmat units.
Right.
That's a whole different kind of animal, right? That's a different thing that they do, I guess, on the scene when it's happening is when hazmat shows up.
Right. Those kind of incidents are handled right then. What we do is we are notified. What I do is I go out and market basically to police, fire, EMS, coroner's offices, even some hotels and funeral homes, because all we want to do is be put on a resource list.
Okay.
And whenever the family is in a dire need and a professional, the fire, the police, or whoever comes in, the coroner's office and says, hey, you'll need a professional company to clean this up because there's organic vapors on certain kinds of decompositions on bodies as they deteriorate and stuff like that. And so if they will put us on a resource list, and they'll go to yellowpages.com and then type in crime scene cleanup. There's a bunch of other companies that do it. But the thing about us is we're not fire, water, and mold. We specialize specifically in biohazards, which is taking care of all the contaminated items and disposing of that, and then we even do the restoration part. So we're not like a janitorial service, a jack of all trades. We come in, remove all the biohazards, do the restoration, and make it look like basically that nothing ever happened, just to help with psychological, physical, and emotional trauma.
Who would contact you then? Is it the family's responsibility to contact you, or is it the police that contact you?
We've had them done both ways. Okay. We even had a guy stop by my house one time and asking if we could help him out. And so what happens is there's an 800 number they call, and then they will dispatch the closest crew members, and then what happens is we discuss it with the families, because a lot of this is covered through homeowners insurance or commercial insurance or business insurance, and little out-of-pocket expense to the family members. So the important part is that while the family is dealing with other trauma, that the company, ArchAngels, is in there doing the restoration, the decontamination and sanitation process in the professional, licensed, bonded, and insured way, regulated by EPA and OSHA.
Okay, so where do you go? Well, I mean, you live in Jasper, so are you working only in DuBois County, or is it one of those things that, who knows?
It really depends on the type of situation and the scene that it's at. I've been Florida, Texas, Tennessee, Michigan. We've had several cases here in Indiana, in the immediate tri-state area, or just basically wherever. If there's another crew that's too busy, then they'll call, and then we'll respond from here.
If the police go and they find a meth lab someplace,
yes,
is that the kind of work that you do, or is that a different
Well, I am a certified meth lab decontamination specialist as well.
Okay.
Went through the IDEM schooling, and so now we're not actually on the IDEM website as of yet because there's certain, they want to make sure you have so much insurance and so much this, that, and the other. And so we're in the process of being put on the IDEM website. However, we are specialized in decontaminating the house or anything that has been used for manufacturing, storing, or using methamphetamine.
Okay, now, as part of your brochure, there's a part that says, what should you know? And what is it that you want people to know about biorecovery?
Well, the main important part is the medical liability, the importance of bloodborne pathogens. It could cause sickness, illness, and death. So to prevent any civil litigation or any other problems that would occur through a business or even homes, if you would have your house for sale and you're trying to sell it and stuff and it's had a meth lab in it, there's certain processes that you need to really take in consideration. And mostly of that is the biohazard and the bloodborne pathogens. And without proper care and the proper equipment, then it could really be a liability for the homeowner or for the company. Then with litigation, all you need is an employee getting sick, or if you have rental properties and they've had a meth lab there, then you have your people clean it up. They could cause respiratory problems for them, and then you know, naturally litigation could come into play. So let professional people handle it and go from there.
It's unfortunate, but probably most of what you do, though, is human trauma or human disasters where someone has died for you know, whatever reason. That would be a homicide, a suicide, a tragic accident in the home or in the business.
Right. Yeah. 9 out of we do other things, and but yeah, those are the main things that we deal with, and we do it in a caring and compassionate way with professional trained technicians. They're not just a jack of all trades coming in and doing something. I mean, they're actually sincere, licensed, bonded, insured. Member of ABRA, the American BioRecovery Association, and things like that nature.
So when you go to clean up a site, you're full gear.
Yes.
You're one of those like Martian kind of guys walking through like an astronaut.
Yeah, we look like Smurfs. They're
Okay, yeah,
blue outfits.
Oh, they're blue, so you look like a Smurf. Okay. All right. Well, is there anything else that you'd like to add?
No, I just really want to, you know, let the people know that some other, you know, if an incident is like that, we can come in. We can take care of the situation without them having to worry about it. That's what I really like about the ArchAngel name, is because it's like the highest angel looking after the family members while they're dealing with funeral arrangements, you know, making expenses, hunting for wills, estates, and even going in, we help them look for that kind of paperwork in the house, insurance policies. We help them find the wills, especially if it's in a decomposition stage of where they've been there for 5 or 6 weeks or so. And that way the family doesn't need to really experience it. We don't keep them out of the house, but we highly discourage them from entering it just so they don't have that last memory of that situation.
Well, let's hope that our viewers never have to need your service.
Right.
But if they do, it's nice to know that that service does exist.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, Dave Drew. We appreciate you coming in.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for watching WJTS Inform. We are local people watching local people.